Welcome to the annual vacation selection training. My name is Adrian. I'm part of the BCH project team. For today, we're going to go through a few slides introducing you to the annual vacation selection process using MySchedule. If you have any questions, there'll be a contact email address that you can write your questions to at the end of the presentation. Learning objectives for this session. By the end of this session, you will be able to demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the employee roles, responsibility, and timelines for annual vacation selection. As well, you should be able to understand the roles, responsibilities, and timelines of the other participants, namely your manager or the scheduling service in the process. We expect that you'll be able to execute and navigate the annual vacation selection process while using the new online tool, MySchedule, and the scheduling standard operating procedures. I'll first provide an overview of the standard operating procedures. There are three scopes of practice. It was identified early on that each unit had special requirements, so there are three possible groups that you may be in. You can see those are represented as you move through the standard operating procedures as a blue bubble, a green bubble, or an orange bubble. If you are an employee who submits their vacation request through the MySchedule program and for whom the scheduling service is the approver, you will see the blue dots. Follow the green dots through the standard operating procedure if you submit your request through MySchedule and your manager or unit lead is the approver. Certain units and departments elect to not submit an approved vacation request through MySchedule due to operational requirements, and will alternatively follow their predetermined practice for submissions and approvals, working as a group to organize their requests for a vacation and submitting that as a whole to the scheduling service for input into the system. So what is a SOP? A standard operating procedure is a step-by-step how-to guide with instructions on how to perform the scheduling business processes. Inside, you'll find a table of contents, annual vacation selection information, activities in which you should follow in order to prepare for the vacation selection process when the round opens on October 19th. As well, there are vacation round activities that you will need to follow during that October 19th to 27th round 1, as well as the latter rounds 2 and 3. You'll have specific instructions around the MySchedule program itself and how to use it. All of these can be found within the Standard Operating Procedure, or SOP, on the my.bch.ca/MySchedule website. Here's a screenshot of the website. Again, it's my.bch.ca/MySchedule. You can see that there's a variety of information there. At the top, there's a link for signing up for employee training, such as this webinar, as well as in-class sessions at some of the larger facilities. There's a link to the standard operating procedures. You can see that near the bottom with the procedures-employees.pdf. As well, we will be putting employee training materials such as videos and other training material up on this, as well as the Learning Hub. So if you have any questions or concerns or want to get a jump start on learning how to use the MySchedule tool and what procedures we'll be following, please go to this webpage and get this information. If you download the standard operating procedure, starting on page 3, you'll see the beginning of the vacation preparatory activities. This page shows you information you need to know and also information that you should know about your manager and the scheduler roles as well. We're not going to go in depth into these preparatory activities, but I'll take you briefly through each section. So what do you need to know about vacation clusters? Vacation clusters are the group of employees that will bid together for vacation. You may have referred to these in the past as vacation groups or the pink pack group. Your cluster will be reflected in MySchedule. So when you log into the page, you will be able to see what cluster you're in, how many people are in that cluster, as well as your ranking seniority-wise within that cluster. Employees are assigned to a cluster to be approved under a shared quota, the quota being the number of people in your cluster that can be off on any one day. Once you log into MySchedule, if you do not believe you're in the correct cluster, please email the Workforce Scheduling Inquiries at bch.ca email and your manager before round 1 opens. Vacation estimates are also reflected in the MySchedule once you log in. Vacation estimates are the estimated amount of vacation that you as an employee is entitled to book as vacation in the following year. Estimated entitlement is based on your employee FTE and your years of service. All vacation estimates have been sent out to your managers, so you can contact them in the interim before the MySchedule page comes online. You will also be able to log into MySchedule once it becomes available in October and see what your estimates are for the 2020 year. Unit vacation quota. This affects all three groups, and it's basically the total hours in your vacation cluster that could be off on vacation in any given 24-hour period. For instance, is that 1 LPN off per day in your facility, or is it 4 healthcare aides across the various floors and units in your facility, or however your clusters are arranged? It's the number of personnel within your cluster that are allowed to be off in a given 24-hour period. You will see both your clusters and your cluster quota when you log into MySchedule. What should I do if I am going on leave? Employees on leave will be contacted by their manager and instructed on how to book their vacation while they're on leave. You may be asked for your expected return date. For instance, if you're returning at the end of March, we'll set your vacation booking dates for the end of March out to the end of December. If you are unable to access the MySchedule webpage and web app while you are away on leave due to network access issues, you will be asked by your manager to complete the annual vacation selection form, aka the previous way that we went through vacation selection in the past, and submit that request to Workforce Scheduling Inquiries at vch.ca during the open round. What do you need to know about vacation rounds? The vacation year is January 1 through December 31st. Vacation requests can push into the following year up to 6 contiguous days, including December 31st. So you can make requests in the end of the year out to January 5th, 2021. Employees are required to request and be approved for a minimum vacation threshold during the annual vacation selection process. You're required to book and approve 80% of your vacation estimate for the FAC, HSB, PPA, and COM unions, or for NBA, you can hold back up to 37.5 hours. Of course, you can submit 100% of your vacation time for 2020 as part of the annual vacation booking process if you so choose, but you do have the option to hold back the 20% or the 37.5 hours as you so choose. The annual vacation selection process will start October 19th. In each round, employees are given 9 days, namely for rounds 1, 2, and 3. As well, if at the end of round 1 or round 2, you have not been approved for any of your vacation requests, you will be invited to participate in a mini round 1B or 2B respectively, in which you will then be able to book in a vacation request. I mean, the goal is to have everybody at the end of round 1, 1B to have at least one vacation request approved, and of course as well 2B to have another vacation request approved. The vacation rounds start at 1 minute after midnight on the first day and end at 1 minute before midnight on the last day of each round. Annual vacation is going to start on October 19th, and the entire process will be complete by December 12th. A communication will be sent out to you to your VCH email address prior to October 19th to provide you with the link to the MySchedule page, as well as login instructions. Round 1 runs from October 19th through 27th. Once that round is closed, the managers and schedulers will go through and run their approvals and reviews on October 28th through 31st. As I mentioned earlier, if you do not have at least one approved vacation request as part of round 1, you will be invited to participate in that mini round 1B from November 1st through 3rd. And that, of course, is followed by the review and approvals by the scheduling and managerial staff from November 4th through 7th. Round 2 is another 9-day round starting on November 9th and going out to the 17th with review and approvals by the scheduling and management staff from November 18th through 21st. And again, that round 2B mini round for anyone that did not get an approved vacation request in round 2, occurring from November 22nd to November 24th, and followed by approvals. Final round 3 begins on November 30th through December 8th, with approvals following, and the entire process being completed by the 12th. In each round, you are required to request at least 3 options for your vacation time off for 2020. You can submit up to 20 options, but you must submit at least 3. Only 1 request will be approved per round in one contiguous block. However, in round 3, you are able to submit sub-lists of requests such that 1 vacation request in each list will be approved. So you can have round 3 list 1, round 3 list 2, round 3 list 4, and that effectively allows, a round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6 in that final round, so that you get your full 80% to 100% of your vacation booked as you see fit. The MySchedule system will notify you at various points in the process of what's going on, and this will be done via email. Initially, the first email announcing that the MySchedule program is available will be sent to your VCH email address. Once you log in for the first time, you'll find a Manage Alerts button on the lower left. If you prefer to have your notifications around annual vacation booking go to your personal email, you can set that notification email to be your Gmail or Yahoo or whatever your personal email is. The points of the process in which email notifications will be sent out include the opening of the round, for instance, October 19th for the first round, and the closure of the round. If there's 1 day left in the round and you have not submitted a vacation request or your minimum 3-year vacation request, you'll be sent an email encouraging you to do so. Once the rounds have closed and the schedulers and managers go through doing approvals and denials, you'll receive email notification of those approvals and denials of your requests. As well, if you submitted a request earlier in the process that is then overlapped or overlapped by a more senior person in your cluster, you will receive a notification of that. For example, if you were a less senior person and you submitted a request for the first week before Christmas, and then 4 or 5 days into the round, a more senior staff member in your cluster requested that same period, you'll be notified of that conflict, which you can then choose to log back into the system and adjust your request or leave it as is and take your chances. The most senior member in your cluster will be notified each day by email and encouraged to log in and submit their request if they have not done so at that point. This is a screenshot of the MySchedule program. You can see that there are 3 primary things that you can do. The first button on the upper left is a View MySchedule. This allows both a calendar view and line-by-line detailed view of your schedule for each month and each day. This schedule information is equivalent to what you would see if you logged into Kronos, but the MySchedule program is available from home or on your mobile or at work, so it'll be easier to access your schedule information using this MySchedule page than it would be if you had to log into Kronos. The MySchedule page, as I mentioned, is available from home. You log in using your VCH login and password, just as you would do to view your online pay stub. The Manage Alerts button is at the bottom left, and that's where you can go in and change your email address as I suggested. You can only have 1 email address to receive notifications from MySchedule, so you can opt to choose to leave it as your VCH email address, or you can go in and change it to your personal email address. Under the Annual Vacation button in the middle left, you can see all the information about this process for yourself personally, such as what vacation cluster you're in, your seniority ranking within that cluster, what your vacation estimate is for the year available, as well as what you've, as we move through the process, what you have already had approved in previous rounds, and what is available for requests in the current round. We will only be using the MySchedule program for the annual vacation booking process, but we will leave the site up for the remainder of the year. So if you choose to use that to look at your schedule or manage alerts or see what the number of hours is and you're held back 20% or any of those things, you can log in at any time and see those throughout the course of the year. Thank you for listening to this webinar. If you have any questions that I have not addressed, you can submit those questions to workforce scheduling inquiries at bch.ca. Thank you.